Let's clear this up right now. Boundaries are not selfish. They are not rude. They're definitely not unprofessional. Boundaries are what keep us in medicine without losing ourselves in it. In today's episode of The Resilient MD, I'm breaking down why boundaries are so hard for physicians, the 4 types every doctor needs, and simple scripts you can start using today. If you've been feeling overstretched, overbooked, or overwhelmed, this episode is your permission slip to take your life back. Hey Doc, welcome back to the Resilient MD, the podcast where we empower women physicians to lead with clarity, care for themselves, and design a life that works for them, not just their patients, schedules, or inboxes. I'm your host, Dr. Ana MacDowell, a practicing physician, a certified life coach for female physicians, and today we're talking about one of the most life-giving, powerful topics I coach on, setting boundaries as a doctor. Take your life back today. Now, before we even dive in, let me just say this. Boundaries are not selfish. They are not rude. They are not unprofessional. Boundaries are how we stay in this career without losing ourselves in it. So, if you've been feeling overstretched, overbooked, or overwhelmed, this episode is definitely for you. Why do you think doctors struggle with boundaries so much? Let's talk about the elephant in the exam room. Why is boundary setting so hard for us? Because that's what medicine taught us. It taught us the opposite of boundary. We were trained to override all our needs. We were rewarded for being flexible and saying yes. We were told that good doctors go the extra mile, no matter the cost. And somewhere along the way, many of us absorb this unspoken beliefs and think, if I say no, set a limit, or push back, I'm failing someone. But here's the truth. You are not failing anyone by having boundaries. You are protecting your ability to show up with presence and purpose. Boundaries don't limit your compassion, they preserve it. So let's talk about what a boundary actually is. Let's define it simply. A boundary is a decision you make about what's okay and what's not okay for you. It's not about controlling others. It's about leading yourself. Boundaries are clear and communicated. They are held with love, sometimes firm love, but love nonetheless. You are still a phenomenal physician when you say things like, I don't check my work email after 6 p.m. Yes. Or, I take a full lunch break to recharge. It's okay to do that. Or, I am unavailable for meetings on my admin day. Yes. Or, my clinic runs on time because I honor my schedule. It's valuable to do those things and have these statements. There are 4 boundaries that every physician needs, and I teach my clients to implement them. Starting today, let's talk about them. The number 1 is the time boundary. The number 1 is time boundaries. Your time is a non-renewable resource. You have to ask yourself, what time do you want your workday to end? How long will you spend on messages or charts? When will you say no to extra patience, meetings, or favors? Boundaries in action. I stop working at 5:30 even if the charts are imperfect. Another example. I block time for admin tasks on my calendar like an appointment. Another boundary are mental boundaries. This is about protecting your headspace. You are not on call for everyone's drama, requests, or crisis, especially not after hours. So these are the boundaries in action. I don't check my inbox or EMR from home. I create a mental off switch when I leave clinic. Mental boundaries help you detach from work without guilt. The third boundary that we will talk today is emotional boundaries. This one is tender. You are not responsible for how others feel about your boundaries. Let me say that again. You are not responsible for how others feel about your boundaries. So let's talk about the boundaries in action here. It's okay if a colleague is disappointed I couldn't cover their shift. That's a good one, right? Another one. It's okay if someone feels frustrated that I said no. That's another good one, right? You're not being cold. You're honoring your limits so you can stay whole. Okay, the fourth boundary are the physical boundaries. Yes, even in medicine, and especially in medicine. So this is the boundary in action. I take breaks when I need to use the bathroom or eat. I do not push through physical pain to finish a shift. How many of us have done that, right? Your body is the vehicle through which you serve. You don't have to run it into the ground to prove your worth. So what if people don't like your boundaries? Here's the hard part. People might push you back. They might question your new attitude. They might be used to you always saying yes. But their reaction is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you're changing. A dynamic that's once served them but no longer serves you. Every time you hold a boundary, you reinforce your resilience and you model what's possible for others too. So, I have some boundary scripts you can use today. We can make this practical. Here are some phrases that you can borrow and make it your own. I'm not available at the time, but here's what I can do. Another one is, that won't work for me, but I hope you find a great solution. That's a good one, right? I need to end this conversation so that I can stay on schedule. I use that one a lot. Let's revisit this during work hours. I wish I used that one more. Boundaries don't have to be defensive. They can be calm, clear, and kind. And yes, you can't set boundaries even if you're in a rigid system. Start with what you can. Things that you can control, your time, your energy, your yes and your no's. You can take your life back one boundary at a time. Well, let's bring it home. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. You start with one boundary that would bring more peace, clarity, or time into your week. Maybe it's no trading after 7 p.m., or blocking your lunch hour, or turning off notifications on your day off. Then honor it. Protect it like your patients depend on it, because your future self does. You became a doctor to serve, heal, and make a difference. but you also deserve rest, joy, and boundaries that make all that sustainable. In tomorrow's episode, we will discuss how setting up a calendar can help you save time. You'll be amazed, I promise. And if you haven't yet, go download the amazing free guide I have for you in the show notes. It will help you create more time for you. Now, if you're ready to start setting boundaries without guilt, but still need some help, do not hesitate to schedule a clarity call with me. Let's grow this community together. If this episode served you, please take just a moment to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or your favorite platform, or like this video on YouTube. It's one of the best ways to help more women hear this message. Thanks for listening to the Resilient MD. If this episode stirred something in you, send it to a colleague who might need permission to protect their time too. Until next time, my friend, honor your time, protect your energy, stay resilient, and I'll see you tomorrow.